Welcome to HornbillTV. Moilichin chaste ase itia Nagamis Roundup News Junaido. Bichi deri pra rukhi thaga Special Investigation Team kun December 4th or 5th civilians kan ke voting pra murai dishe taikan pra aji Kohima de press conference luishi. SIT pra taikan itia tak kinika jayese udu opor junaishe kintu itia bi forensic report rukhi thaga koishe. IB itia utu press conference sabo.
Which was headed by Shri Dimapur, IPS IGP range as the Chief Investigating Officer. And in that order, Ms. Rupa, DIG CID, Manoj Kumar, SP Crime, and 2 more officers were included, with the option that as and when required, the SIT can co-opt more officers. In that order, the government had asked the SIT to complete its investigation within 1 month and submit its report. As a result of that SIT, the case initially which was registered in TZ police station was transferred to State Crime Police Station in Kohima, and a new FIR was registered under section 302, 307 and 34 IPC. While conducting the investigation, as we went into the investigation, we co-opted more officers, and ultimately SIT was made up of 21 officers, which included IGP range as Chief IO, 1 DIG rank officer, almost 4 SP rank officers, 2 deputy commandants, and so on and so forth, including 4 officers from Konya community. In order to conduct the investigation in a professional manner, which will cover all aspects of the offence, and which will also go into all details of how the operation was conducted by the army, the circumstances of conducting the operations, etc. The SIT was further divided into 8 teams, out of which 4 teams were given the task of examination of witnesses, the injured victims at various places, be it at Mon, Dimapur, Dimapur, the other witnesses in the forms of doctors, the villagers, etc. 1 team was tasked with the responsibility of cyber and technical analysis of available technical and electronic.
State de olop moina karne COVID-19 cases komti hoi thaka do Dimapur de Wednesday din de COVID cases bishi uthikina dikhi paishe or 199 state de positive duria de 187 fresh cases to Dimapur prathagishi. HornbillTV logot exclusive interview kriya homoi de Dimapur laga Deputy Commissioner Rajesh Sondararajan kun District Task Force laga chairman ase tai pra koishe COVID cases bishu uthiado bishi park returnees khan karne ase or random self testing kriya karne ase koishe. IB itia sabo moi khan laga reporter este logode utu laga report.
Rajesh Sondararajan, who is also the Deputy Commissioner of Dimapur, as well as the Chairman of the District Task Force for COVID-19. Thank you for being with us, sir. Sir, first of all, we have seen a big, huge surge in COVID cases the past few days in Dimapur. Out of the total cases, Dimapur has the highest number of COVID-19 cases. And why do you think the sudden surge of COVID cases is happening in Dimapur?
Yeah, in the last couple of days, we have been seeing increase in the number of COVID cases, and positivity rate is also fluctuating, and it's on the higher side in the last couple of days. One of the main reasons for this is that the returnees who have come back to the state from various other places, so there are a lot of positive cases among the returnees who have come back. So this has this has increased the number of cases. Apart from the returnees also, there is a slight increase in the number of cases through other testing whatever we have done. So this can be attributed to, of course, the increase in the number of cases everywhere in the other states as well. And so this is not a phenomenon which we are seeing only here, but of course it's a countrywide phenomenon, and because of the increase in the number of cases in the other places as well, and then movement of people keeps taking place between states and then between districts also. So this is one of the reasons why we are witnessing an increase in the number of COVID cases, and especially in Dimapur, because as you know, Dimapur is the main point of entry into the state. So whoever comes by air, by road, by train. So since Dimapur is a point of entry, and since we are getting all the people tested here, whoever is coming especially without the report, so that's why it's one of the reasons why the Dimapur number of cases, as usual, it's the highest in the state. And as I said, this is the trend we are seeing now. We are closely monitoring the trend, and then see how the trend behaves, and basing on that we will be coming up with whatever has to be done. So as I said, the DTF and all the government agencies, we are ready for any eventualities. So my request to the public is not to panic, but at the same time be responsible. So as we have been reiterating time and again from the state government level and also from the district level, the response to COVID is not only the responsibility of the government agencies, but it is a collective responsibility of all of us. So taking this opportunity, I would request the public, to all the concerned citizens, to adhere to all the COVID-19, whatever the safety precautions and the COVID-19 appropriate behavior which has been laid down from time to time. Wear a mask, don't venture out without wearing a mask, and also maintain social distancing wherever you go. Avoid unnecessary gatherings, avoid unnecessary meetings, and also wherever you are, and so your personal safety is your own responsibility in the first place. So let us all together in a collective way, let us adhere to all the COVID-19 appropriate behavior, so that we can all, definitely I'm very sure that collectively we can make our district a safe place, and also especially as far as the COVID is concerned, we can all have a responsible behavior and help the government agencies in putting down all the actions in place. Thank you.
Directorate of School Education pra generate 2 of the students 15 साल pra 18 साल का निम्ते special vaccination drive to aji January 13 pra shuru kurbo koina notification dishe sub district selected government higher secondary schools se Olibi Dimapur district de selected duita government higher secondary schools se vaccination drive to shuru na koina thaga dikhi paishe Ekta government higher secondary school principal pra kuishe ki taikan medical department logo pra itya tak eko official information pa nai kuishe school the vaccination drive jabole lagadu IB ground report sabo reporter aduna logore
Ita moi yare government higher secondary school Dimapur te aina ase to aji special vaccination drive students kan idu 15 and 18 years kan ke idu special vaccination drive to suru kurole laga notification dise to ida HornbillTV kan yare government higher secondary schools te idu ground report diula ase welibi itia he mugan jani paise ki idu schools authority officials kan logote mugan jani paise ki idu aji idu special vaccination drive to aji no hobo pare koina muan jani paise idu medical yade confirmation nimite muan huda hudi kura bichide idu officials kan pra koise ki idu medical department yade Dimapur de medical department kan idu kinika vaccination drive to jawle ase idu tagan meeting kura bichide tagan ke aro yade school authorities kan ke idu vaccination drive to jawo laga notification ja bichide tagan itu vaccination drive to continue kuru koina jani paise to alop age de muan yate aina rukia homoy mogan BC students kan do yate aigena vaccination school authorities kan bra vaccination diwole laga notification ta la WhatsApp groups noilebe alak alak social media platform te forward kuri digena students kan jani gina yate schools te bi ahena ruki takise kintu idu school authorities kan bra idu ekta miscommunication ekta information balbra na dia nimite kumba students kan tu ite tak bi ruki ase hoile bi mogan yate ahigna principal school authorities ke kota kori gina Huna pichite takan kibi koi dise hoile bi ite tak bisi baktu confused itu aji itu special vaccination drive tu jawle asna na itu confused khala ga se to mugan jani paise yate ekla noi purana bazar government higher secondary stebe Dimapur district e itu duita district select kuri gina itu takan aji jawle takise kintu itu miscommunication aro ekta bal information jawo na para nimite aji special vaccination drive 15 years to 18 years mojokan de diule laga to ite ground report hisapte to aji na hobo nisna mugan digi pase itu ase aji la ground report moi adona here with camera person Sevile for HornbillTV Dimapur
Udu oporde HornbillTV pra Principal Director of School Education Shanawaz C ke kotha kurishe ki karni vaccination drive tu jabole paria nai IB hunibo Principal Director ki koi udu oporde
They were able to start because medical department also has shortage of teams now. So, but they are working out. So hopefully by tomorrow, everywhere it should lay out. Yeah.
Okay, so by tomorrow it should happen. It should start.
Yeah, some district it has started already today, but some they are still mobilizing the teams now, medical department. So that is why the delay.
Nagaland Sarkar pra Manukun state da ahi ase tai khan ke vaccine lua noilibi sob covid test negative thaka laga durigina thagibule lagia kwa pichide Nagaland laga Lota airport Dimapur de thaka do SOP sob chulaigna ba pra sai thaka jani paishi HornbillTV pra department ne jabole exclusive access paishe aru arrival laga terminal space sabole paishe protocols or procedures kan kinika jai ase jani bole IB Moikan reporter Esther logode details sabo
We are here at the Dimapur airport, and as you can see that HornbillTV has got exclusive access to both departure as well the arrival of the airport, and we are here to actually see the procedure and the protocols undertaken by the airport staff and the airport authority as well as the health department, and also speak to a few passengers who are here to see if they know about the protocols and the SOPs mostly while entering the state. We have here Mr. Shubham, who is the airport manager at Dimapur Airport. So, sir, can you walk us through a little bit over here? So, this is the departure area. Can I just have the camera pan towards the departure area? So, like any airport would have it, we have the check-in of baggages over here. And sir, so after the baggages are checked in, so what is the next step?
So the customer proceeds to the check-in counter. So wherever they are traveling, that particular state's COVID protocol that is being followed. If it is a negative RT-PCR test report, that is being checked, or double dose of COVID vaccination certificate, those things are being checked, both in arrival and in departure. And we have put in place all the health protocols like sanitizers, at the important points. So as you can see in SHA also there is a sanitizer placed there. In boarding gates also there are sanitizers. So everywhere we have kept these things in mind.
We'll go and see the passengers checking in to depart from Dimapur Airport. So now what we'll see is if they are providing with their negative test reports or double vaccination report.
मैं कोलकाता जा
अपने लहाते both negative report আছে না double vaccination dose
ভ্যাকসিনেশন লাগা কার্ড আছে ভ্যাকসিনেশন লাগা কার্ড লোয়ালা আছে
RT-PCR test তো পুঞ্চি নাই লব না আপনি না test report আপনি negative আছে কই না আপনি এই দুখান provide করবলে জানে না না জানে
চলিব হয়
তো only double vaccination la dose certificate আছে না এটা তো
হয় আছে
the samples are collected here at the airport itself. This is set up by the Health and Family Welfare Department, where samples of passengers, of every passenger that does not have a negative test report, will be collected here and be taken for sampling. And the passengers are made to quarantine till the results are out. We have here Sir Mugabe Zimo, who is the airport director, who will give us a walkthrough of exactly what happens when samples are being taken and what documentation is needed.
This is the medical inspection, checking whether they have done all the RT-PCR, CBNet, TrueNet, etc. So after this, and if the SOP also provides for people who have not done the checking. So for this kind of people, they will have to they have to give the details here, and thereafter medical team will take them, and there is inside there is a testing room. The samples will be taken, the details are taken, and thereafter they are allowed to go. Yeah.
So that means they will be quarantined. They will be asked to quarantine at their homes.
Yeah, this is as per the SOP. Whatever SOP government of Nagaland has already given, the most recent one that is applicable. Yes. Previously, people who have been double vaccinated was not required to do all these tests. Now, irrespective of whether they have been double vaccinated or not, children, any persons of 12 years and above, they are required to do either 72 hours before arrival, or they have to come here and get it done. Yeah. Yeah.
So, in your opinion, are people very much aware that they need a negative test report or PCR test report? Because I feel that many people are just coming with double COVID vaccination certificate. Do you feel that people are aware about this thing?
See, awareness has been spread throughout social media. We have tweeted it also, and it has been, this information is available in our website as well. And also, airlines have been given the responsibility to pass on this information to the passengers. So definitely, the passengers are aware. Yeah, definitely the passengers are aware of their responsibility on their side, what they have to do. Yeah.
So, in your opinion, do you think there are a lot of travelers at this point of time when the third wave is looming around us? Do you think there are still a lot of passengers traveling to and from Nagaland?
Yes, the fact is that this is the peak festive season, as well as this is a time when lots of children are traveling out to get admissions and so on. So the number of passengers has not reduced much, yeah, and rather it is increasing. And then not only that, the number of sectors, Dimapur Airport has increased. Previously, we were having only some years back, we are having only one sector, Dimapur, Calcutta. Now, Dimapur Airport is able to connect to 6 airports.
Right.
So, definitely the number of passengers and flights has increased. But we are doing all this and, considering the SOPs.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, and so what about foreigners who are coming in at this point and entering the state through this point, entry point, and about the IOP and everything and all that? Are we also checking them properly? Those are coming from out of the country.
Government of Nagaland has already come out with an online ILP system. I think you are all aware of that. And regarding this COVID testings and procedures for the foreigners, Dimapur Airport is not the point of arrival, you can say, for these foreigners. Because Dimapur Airport is not an international airport. And SOPs, whatever is applicable at the point of arrivals at major international airport, that is applicable. And here, while landing at Dimapur, then they have to satisfy the SOP of the government of Nagaland. Yeah.
Now we have the Indigo flight that's just come in from Kolkata. Let's have a word with some passengers over here. You guys are coming from Kolkata, right?
Yes, I have the COVID vaccination certificate.
And what about the negative test report?
I heard the news that they do the test here as well. That's why I'm gonna do it here itself.
All right. So you will be quarantining at home for some time then?
Yeah.
Do you have your negative test report?
Yes.
You have your negative as well as double COVID certificate?
Yes.
As you can see, there's a lot of passengers that are coming in from the Kolkata flight, and many are aware of the SOP that they have to have negative test report as well as the double COVID vaccination certificate. So there you have it. We are at the Dimapur airport, and it is mandatory to have a negative RT-PCR report as well as the COVID vaccination certificate of both doses, except children below 12-year-olds. And if they do seem symptomatic, then their samples will be taken. If not, it is not mandatory for below 12-year-olds, but mandatory for above 12 years of age to have both the report as well as certificate. Reporter Esther with camera person Ketho for HornbillTV.
Nagaland PWD Housing and Mechanical Laga Minister Tongpang Ozakampra Thursday Day Chang Manukhan ke Shanti Laga ambassadors hoigina alag tribes laga majore Shanti pra thakibole karne bridge hobi koishi Mokokchong Chang Union pra organize kra laga Panglom Festival de kotakwa humoy minister pra koishi Chang tribe to Naga Manu laga majore dangor are important tribe ase और ताई खान नाथागिले नागा सोसाइटी दे जगह खाली हो जाबो चांग बस्ती मोककचुन दे थका खान के रिकॉग्नाइज क्रापरा खुशी जुनाइगिना तोंगपांग कोइशे ताई खान की भी अलग मनु खान निशना एकी ट्रीटमेंट दिबी
फेस्टिवल को तो इदु वर्ल्ड डे किस्म आसे फेस्टिवल या पला लालेर इंटरनेशनल फेस्टिवल्स भी आसे नेशनल फेस्टिवल्स seasonal festivals और religious festival हो भी cultural festival अलग किस्म आसे सब festival तो Thanksgiving 정말 में 타고 아가즈바 정말 में 모아즈바 tenang 아가즈바 아세 팔라드 바 번종 아세 사가 번종 카르리어 알락트다 Sangamnangi tumuatsa Mishia Anambunga Amumba Anambunga Panjungkarlir Asibaji Tanama Puanglam Festival Yalir Tamalan Agidivi Chang President Bikuishe. This festival is the festival of festivals. Panjunglong Changnor Panjunglong Ya Tuludiba Sangam Noa Mungar Chinasumongza Zaptaran Mayur Sangamnam Tanasa Agaja Anu Taruza Sushi Mabata Santanauza Sushi Yim Ayimba Kamaya Dasar Kiung Kinardam Kishikinardam Chauga relationship Tajung Yanglo Amumba Penjong Dashuba Anambunga Amumba India
or China laga 14th round military dialogue to fail ushe positive outcome ani bole holibi duita desh prabi mutually decide kushe kitai khan Ladakh LAC stand off laga solution karne kaam kurbo koikina taijun laga our next round to joldi hobole nishna se koikina junai dishi India or China taijun bi pressed ke statement aji dibole laga scheduled koikina se इतिया करने इमाने हुबो और अलग अलग खबर करने साइट भी HornbillTV